The simple thing. The talking is too much. Let's forget the talking. First of all, Nigeria is not interested in killing Ghana. No,
No.
the world is big. That is big out there, and these people are focusing on it. Shake just took Yoruba to O2. You understand? Which means
Yeah.
Familia can take his chi. You too can take his chi to O2. Anybody
Yeah.
can do it.
DJ Paco Rich.
Hello guys, my name is DJ Paco Rich, popularly known as Mazi. You know, my Nigerian people prefer calling me Mazi, and the Yoruba people will scream Otumba, Otumba, Otumba. And I get so excited. Big ups to all the Lagosians, people in Abuja, Ibadan. I mean, every part of the world that you are watching, especially my guys in the States and all that. So once again, we are here to have a great conversation. You know, one thing about me is that I believe in bringing Ghana and Nigeria together. That's misconception on the internet that the Ghana, they hate Nigeria, Nigeria, they hate Ghana. That thing doesn't work in my books, because there are lots of Ghanaians that have experienced Nigeria in so many ways, and there are Nigerians that have experienced Ghana in so many ways. Some have great stories to share, and so let's stop sharing that narrative of, you know, we being enemies and haters and all that. So once again today, I'm bringing you an exciting episode with one great guy. He's gone through transformations, his names, and all that. And now, the last time I listened to his song, that was my favorite. That thing was called Crystal Music. I don't know if the Crystal Music is still there. He's been on MTN Project Fame in Nigeria. I would ask him, I think he was the first, he was part of the first group they started with or something. I'm going to bring him on. We're going to have a conversation about the existence of Ghanaian music way back when he was on Project Fame. Ghana song was a big deal in Nigeria. Nigerians accepted our music. They were jamming to our song. Few years down the line, the narratives have changed, and Ghanaians feel Nigerians are not supporting. Nigerian music has gone obodoyibo. It's taking over. What measures, what steps have they taken? He made a post that, you know, makes so much sense. And I want to talk to him right here on this platform so that he breaks down what he actually wanted to say. Sometimes when you write, people don't have that, you know, liberty to read or peace to read and understand what information you are putting across. So today, let me introduce my man to you. Ning!
What's up?
My brother, I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
Charlie. Oh, by God's grace, Charlie. I did.
Well, I like your blue lights. You know, in your blue lights. It's really nice.
Thank you, Charlie.
Okay, my brother. Thank you for granting me this opportunity to, you know, speak to you. I must confess. When I started watching you on TV, I was in the village. Grace, yes, Grace has finally brought me to Accra to actually meet you in person, and I've been deciding.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah,
We thank God.
we're watching you on Mentor. You know, when Joe was Joey,
Yeah.
and all that. But
Ades, Kofi, and Joe.
Yeah. But there is something about you. It looks like you know they grow. You still look like the way, you look like the way you look like 12 years ago, 13 years ago.
Just I make big small.
You make big small, but the face. And, so
thank God.
You posted this on your timeline on August 22nd at exactly 5:23 p.m. I remember during Project Fame West Africa, the Nigerian contestant kept talking about the fact that when it comes to Ghana music, the likes of TikTok, VIP, Boli, Miss Bell, and Slim Basta were the biggest at that time. The day I performed at Homekawom by VIP, I couldn't even hear myself in the studio. It was wild. So once again, I will ask, where did we go wrong? And the answer is, we did nothing. That sounds like Nokia. They did nothing, but they went out of business. The truth is, the truth is, Nigeria made a deliberate effort to push more of their sound than any other sound. This is where, like you, I want to talk about. My brother,
Yeah.
what's your experience? What have you seen? I mean, you've worked in Nigeria before. You've gone for a competition in Nigeria. So if there is any other person we'll have this conversation with, I mean, you qualify. You more than qualify. What is your experience? What do you think that Ghana isn't doing right? That we keep always yelling the Nigerians are not supporting, they are not pushing our music, and then this. What is the problem?
The matter, this one is just it's a simple thing. Okay, I remember, like I was saying in the post, that when in project there was a time we were talking, I think it was the African night when I was supposed to sing Awonkan Woman, and then like the whole Ghana vibe came up, and it was just a simple conversation we were having. And then I remember very well Bisola was telling me that, like, yo, you guys, this song, started mentioning the songs and the artists, and in fact she was mentioning the songs, not the artists per se.
Okay.
You know, some of the names.
Yeah.
So I remember she was talking about "You May Kiss the Bride." That was the biggest wedding song, biggest wedding song in Nigeria. You know that, and I laughed and I was like, do you believe like, do you understand the song? The song is actually not a love song; it's actually a heartbreak song. You know, they say, you know, they care, as long as they hear "You May Kiss the Bride," you know, and it was an anthem for so many years, to the extent that even when there were wedding songs or beautiful love songs that came up year after year, that song will always be played before the whole event will end, before the whole ceremony will end. People will still, like, they will still play. You can't end a wedding without dropping Bolis "You May Kiss the Bride." It was big. Miss Bell, 16 years, it was big. You know, then VIP, Tic Tac, Slim Basta, all of them big songs over there. You understand? And what the Nigerians did was just, look, we were so big in Nigeria that we began to set the pace. You understand? It was like what we did was their blueprint, to the extent that, if you can remember, even the kind of sound quality that we were bringing out back in the day, if you compare the kind of sound quality, engineering, like proper engineering kind of songs that we're bringing out, the sound quality was super. They were making references to our sound, to master their sounds, to engineer their sounds and all that. So we were that big. And then what was happening was that if you don't have any form of affiliation or collaboration with anything Ghana, if you are an artist, if you're an artist in Nigeria, you're not big yet. So if you remember, what Kenny's Music did was to collaborate with Goodies, with so they can have VIP and TikTok. So if you remember, VIP and TikTok were doing big things in Nigeria. Remember TikTok's FNFL with Tony Tetula. You know, Awonkan was big over there. Two-Face had to come down here to do some collaborations with VIP. You know, he even shot a music video over here, and he wore a Ghana t-shirt and became a big deal in Nigeria. You know, so it was that big. We were that much. We were having that much influence in the Nigerian music scene. It was huge, and mind you, it wasn't as if they had any problem with us. They didn't have any problem. It was like, okay, so these people are doing it so well. What can we do? Because they know that our people, like, we get talent now. You know, we try.
Yeah.
So what can they do? And they realized that when you look into their scene, and it wasn't just music, even the movies and all that. When you look into that scene, you realize that Ghanaians were flooding the place like crazy. So there was there wasn't this form of structure to guide their space.
Okay.
You understand? So what they did was the 70-30 thing. That was all that they did. They had to do that 70-30 thing, and they had to do it by law. So when it comes to the arts and entertainment, 70% local and 30% the rest of the world. And when it comes to the rest of the world, if you remember in my post, I made a comparison that, or I brought up an analogy that, just imagine Sarkodie releasing a song today, Jay-Z releasing a song today.
Yeah.
Now Sarkodie is competing with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It was not 30% local Nigeria and 30% Ghanaian, no, rest of the world. So if you're Sarkodie, you're competing with all the other African countries plus the rest of the world everywhere. No matter how big you are, you're competing with them. And it was so effective that even if you should collaborate with them, today, collaborate with them and all that. As long as it is a song coming from Ghana, forget that. You still not get the 70%. You know, go enter there. You still enter the 30%. You know, and see what this thing did to their music scene, because it was 70% local. Now just imagine this: you are supposed to play 70% Nigerian music across board. Now if you're a DJ and you are playing 2 hours a day for the whole week, or let's say 5 days in a week, how many Davido songs can you play? How many Whiskey songs can you play? How many, okay, let's say back in the day, how many MI songs can you play? How many Banky W songs or D'banj songs could you play back in the day and all of that? So it was like they had to now force themselves to open up their space, to look for other sounds, other unique talents and all of that, to bring them up, fill in those spaces. Because you can't play D'banj all day. You can't play Banky W all day. You can't play Nice all day. You can't play all these artists. You can't play them all day. You have to look for other sounds now. Now it opened up for different sounds, different unique sounds, like an artist like Asha. When Asha came up, when you listen to her sound, it wasn't mainstream pop music. It was different, but they accepted it because there was space for it. Today, when you look into their music awards, you will see categories like R&B. Why? Because there's space for it. Someone like Praise is doing marvelously well with his R&B stuff and all that, because there's space for it. Look at an artist like Johnny Drill. He doesn't do typical mainstream music, but he's making good music and he's making strides. Like he has a lot of people following him. He has a lot of fans. He has a lot of people listening to his music, and he's big. Why? Because there is space for it. Now imagine us giving this space to our space, 70% Ghanaian music. What's going to happen is that when you are tuning into radio, you're not going to have only Sarkodie or Stonebwoy or King Promise and the likes. You not only have these big songs out there. You not only hear these songs, but you'll be hearing different kind of artists like Kojo King. You'll be hearing them and all of that. Why? Because there's space. Exactly. We not have. There wouldn't be so much competition amongst ourselves, because you get your space. You get your place. You understand? But right now we play one top. You come, you do, then they go clear you, bring another one, you do, they go clear you, bring another one, they go clear you.
Like a couple of months, then they take you off TikTok. Everybody start talking about you on TikTok. They drop you, they bring another person in. It's like fast music era. Yeah, because you are playing one top. You understand? Every time one top, you put somebody for there. Right now, as we speak internationally, Milita is the biggest song coming from Ghana. But ask yourself, how is Ghana holding on to this song? There's no structure to hold on to the song. You understand? See what Camido did with Sugarcane. It should have taken Ghana to a different level altogether. You understand? So
different level altogether.
Okay, so do you think that our so-called gatekeepers, or people that are directing our paths or engineering our music crafts, do not understand how and where they should, pull knobs and strings? Because obviously it looks like we always have people on entertainment shows, both on radio, both on TV, both on online podcasts and all that, always saying things, and then Nigerians have taken over, and this, and this. My problem is that, you see, if you come out to say that Nigerians have had Spotify, Apple Charts, and all these things, and they are controlling it, we don't have only Nigerians as IT people. We have Ghanaians who are also top notch in IT people. So why is it that our people are also not working? Because whether we like it or not, we are still in some kind of business competition. So
Yeah.
they are working, you have to work. You can't sit down and keep
Yeah.
talking and
Yeah.
complaining.
You see, the thing we say, these people. Look at the time frame that I was giving you. I was giving you way back in 2008,
Yeah,
2009
yeah,
project thing.
yeah,
And these things happened before 2008 and 2009 when they
yeah,
were putting things together
yeah,
that let us embark on this agenda. So it is not a one day thing. The people that we are having in the helm of affairs right now are people that want results now, 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 now. That is the problem we are having. They don't know that this is something that we must put in front of us. That look, let us do this thing, and this thing is going to take. Let's give ourselves 5 to 10 years. What can we do with this particular agenda? Let's start pushing. Everybody wants this, but nobody wants to actually come to, like, we don't want to come together to do this. Let me tell you something. There was a time ago,
yeah,
Kiki Banson
yeah,
called that's Becker's former manager, called
yeah,
some top managers back in the day, then sat them down to talk about um, 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 artist fees that they charge for
yeah.
shows.
Shows.
A-list artists, B-list artists, C-list artists, that kind of a thing. Agreeing that for A-list artists and all of that, and all of those artists, they should have a particular fee that will not go below.
Yeah,
They can charge from this particular fee upwards. They
yeah,
shouldn't go below this particular fee and all that. And then they were all like, all the managers were like, oh yeah, good idea, bringing up ideas and all of that. And they all agreed that, look, let us embark on this agenda. The next thing everybody is doing whatever that they like. So
Need,
this thing that Shatawale is screaming and saying that, look, it be me where I push, make they pay artists more, and all that. This thing, it should have even happened long time, so that by the time Shatawale will come, Shatta will come and add his own, and then we they go.
yeah,
You understand? But we couldn't do this thing. Why? Because some people feel say, Charlie, if I don't do my, maybe they don't go call me, they don't go call me. But if they call back in the day, Kwao Kesi, all those artists, and if they call Kwao say no, I don't go come below this. They call this person, you no go come below this. You go not say, no, this is the standard.
they go step up.
Then everybody will start following it.
Yeah, but there is one thing I've also observed. I'm sure you wouldn't be surprised though, but from a very reliable source, I'm sure you know Usher Raymond.
Yeah, yeah.
Usher Raymond has a new song out, and do you know that the young man is busy activating and promoting his song in Ghana? He's actually paying promoters, DJs to push his song, Usher Raymond. I personally feel that our Ghanaian space are not taking the music craft as a more like a business product. Like, push your song, invest in your song, and it will get there and it will get to the right people. I feel like our people always want to do the music there, then sit back and watch the music go to places. But the
Exactly.
Nigerians
See,
are not working that way.
this is what I wanted to talk about. That, look, the music business is not something that you do and sit back and think that I am big, so it go. No, look, if you follow a guy like Burna Boy,
Yeah.
and you watch the way Burna Boy promotes his songs, you wonder if he's still the same Burna Boy. Sometimes you feel probably maybe you're not following the right account or something.
Yeah.
He pushes his songs like he's an underground artist. Full force, powerful. He's
Imagine-
involved personally.
Imagine
I
the
hope
example
Naboyo.
imagine the example I gave you. Usher.
Yeah.
What is Usher's business in Africa? Back in those days, Usher drops My Way, Usher drops You Remind Me of a Girl, and we go chasing it. So if now
Yeah.
Usher that can be built by global citizens to perform here in Africa, he came here, he performed. There were certain songs that we expect him to perform. He didn't perform. He performed a couple of new songs. But I'm sure Usher realized that these new songs were not getting down to Africa very well. So his team went back and now decided that now we have to do great promotions down there in Africa. It is time for our music. Afrobeat is making waves. So let's make that step. But I think our Ghanaian brothers are not doing that. Because
You see,
the soup, money killer.
exactly, exactly. You see, the thing is, you must be ready to go all out, all out. It's either you do it or you don't do it. You understand? When you see, you made mention of Spotify and the Nigerians, hacking it, doing this, doing that, and it is not a matter of Nigeria hacking anything. The thing be say, these people started pursuing this thing long time ago, and it wasn't just the artists pushing this particular thing, but everybody in their fields. The managers were doing their own, promoters were doing their own, DJs, bloggers. Everybody was pushing to up their game.
Yeah.
That is why today, when you go to all the big record labels and distribution companies in the world, you find at least one Naija person for there. You go find at least one Naija person. Why? Because they start that thing chair. Them tell myself, say, no, me, I be like the way an artist will say, I go win Grammy. Into they tell himself, say, no, I don't want to work for Sony.
You understand?
So you go push, go there Sony.
You understand? See, there is a fancy proverb that says, "Sawanaba de driada wenzinjao." Simply means that if you have your mother's son or daughter on top of a tree, there is no way you go get some of the fruits of the tree.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So strategically, the Nigerians saw the future. They pushed their people in there, and now they are reaping it. So what do we have to do? Wrapping up, what do we have to do as a country?
Yeah, look, it be simple thing. The talking is too much. Let's forget the talking. First of all, Nigeria is not interested in killing Ghana. No. The world is big. That is big out there, and these people are focusing on it. Sarkodie just took Yoruba to O2. You understand? Which means Familia can take his chi. You can take his chi to O2. Anybody can do it. The thing is that we must set this particular agenda and pursue it. And we must understand one thing, that as we start it, it's not everybody will go do the finishing line there. The people, the goodies, Ken's music, those people that started back in the day, they are not there today. No. But today we have that record labels who are pushing the whole thing now.
Of course.
Why? Because some people start them. So they must have it in mind that as we they push them, be them they go there maybe 5 years or 10 years from now. Be them they go there. But they must make sure say they won't push them. You understand? Make them not think say like they want the results now. So that if I don't get it, then I no go push. If I don't get it, then I no go push. Let us start pushing now. Maybe not go be you, but your son be or your cousin be. If you go there.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly. I think you've said it all. You've said it all. I mean, you've spoken my mind. You said what the audience want to hear. So we can only advise people to take the wisdom out of this and also make good use of what he said. I would like you to leave your social media handles so that people that would love to follow you and interact more with you can still do.
Oh, it be Niso everywhere. Niso Charlie, and I also you well everywhere. Niso Charlie, follow me. Let's go, Charlie.
Is there any new music out there?
Yeah, actually, last December I released an album last December called "Forecasting to the Past." So I can just go on all the streaming platforms and just search Niso. My songs will drop, and I'm working on a new EP right now. So hopefully, let's see what God will do. Maybe next month or next 2 months. We'll work on it and we'll drop it.
Right. Thank you so much for your time. But you're still a member of the Synagogue Church?
Yeah.
So that's my brother right here. He worships in Nigeria. very biggest fan of TB Joshua, man of God. May he rest in peace and continue to sit on the right side of God. Bro, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Share more of these ideas. I'm really grateful.
Charlie.
All right.
Thank you, Charlie.
All right, people. So it's been Niso here on this platform today. My name is DJ Paco Rich. We have had a very insightful conversation. This is not about hatred. This is about building a better future for Africa, West Africa, and as a whole. We should learn from each other. The fact that Yoruba has been able to being on the international platform We can have Akandu, we can have Tridu, we can have Gadu. We can do it. If an African can do, any other African can do. Let the success of other people, inspire us. It shouldn't generate hate and enviness. Enviness is for bitter people. I don't want you to be bitter. You can make it regardless what you're going through. That time will come that you also have the world at your feet. They worked for it, they dreamed about it, and they're living the reality. My name is DJ Parkour Rich, aka Mazi. Let me know your comment section. Let me know your views in the comment section. You can share all your ideas respectfully. No attack, no insult here. Let's do it like we always do. The Otumba, the Mazi. I'm out of here. Bye bye.
DJ Parkour Rich.